Why does it seem like everybody is quitting YouTube? Why are a lot of YouTubers leaving the platform completely and doing other things? I want to talk about this because I've been a full-time YouTuber since 2016 for 10 years, and like anything, like any profession, any field, YouTube has gone through a lot of ups and downs. Some of them, as you can imagine, very positive, some of them very negative. And I feel like there is this big trend now going on where you see a lot of YouTubers making videos like why I quit YouTube, why I stopped doing YouTube, why I'm never going to post on YouTube again, why YouTube is a waste of time, and so much more. And in this video, I'm going to be ultra transparent about what exactly is going on. And this video is going to be a bit of a raw, fireside chat, unedited video. I do these a lot where, like, say me and you were hanging out, and you just want to know, like, hey man, what's really going on with YouTube? Why do I feel like so many YouTubers are just throwing in the towel and not posting on YouTube anymore? Here's what it comes down to jump right into it. The main thing is the average YouTuber makes between $3 and $5 for every 1,000 views. $3 to $5. That's the truth. And on this channel, I'm very transparent about my earnings. I show you my monthly earnings, and a big thing I talk about is RPM. Now, there's two main metrics that determine how much money you make from YouTube in terms of the ads. One, how many views you get. No surprise here, the more views you get, the more money you make. The second thing is RPM. RPM means how much money do you make per 1,000 views? Revenue per 1,000 impressions. And it does fluctuate. There's a lot of different factors. What language you speak in the video, what country you're from, the niche or the topic of the video itself, how long is the video, etc., etc. There's a lot of different factors that determine your RPM. But on average, the average YouTuber makes between $3 and $5. And what's interesting is this has a bigger spectrum than you think. If, let's say, you're a gamer, you're looking at $2 to $3 for every 1,000 views on YouTube. If, let's say, you're a musician, and I'm a musician as well, I post my music on YouTube, I probably make about $1-ish for every 1,000 views. So very, very low. I need a lot of views just to make $1. I need 1,000 views to make $1. On the other end, on one of my channels, which is a bit of a vlog channel, me experiencing new things, I do a lot of fitness stuff. And I review a lot of fitness supplements. And on that channel, take a product like Huel, which is basically powdered food. I've mentioned it, I think, a few times on this channel. When it comes to Huel, I might make $40 for every 1,000 views. Huge spectrum. My music, $1 for 1,000 views. Huel, $40 for 1,000 views. Very, very huge spectrum. Huge spectrum, and there's everywhere in between. Like, say, if I make a video about Uber and Lyft, on average, I make about $10 for every 1,000 views. So you're seeing a massive spectrum here of how much money you can make per 1,000 views. But like I said, the average that you can expect, $3 to $5. And the main reason why a lot of people are quitting YouTube is because of how they feel it's so low and the ROI is truly not there. Now, first off, in order to even make money on YouTube, and I'm not talking about affiliate marketing, brand deals, and sponsorships, I'll talk about that in a second, but I'm talking about ads. In case you didn't know, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months on YouTube. And as you can imagine on YouTube, there are, I don't know what the exact number is, but thousands upon thousands, probably tens of thousands of videos uploaded every day. It is very competitive. And as you can imagine in the beginning, getting 1,000 subscribers, not the easiest thing. When you're starting from scratch, unless you have a big following on Instagram or somewhere else, like say you're I hate to say it like this, but let's say you're average Joe Schmo, you want to become a YouTuber, you start making YouTube videos, it is very difficult in the beginning to get that first 1,000 subscribers. Then, to get 4,000 public watch hours, that's a lot of time. You're talking about 4,000 hours that people have to watch your content from, and in the last 12 months, meaning in the past year, the past 12 months, you have to make sure that you have that 4,000 public watch hours. Once you achieve those two metrics, you can then apply to be what's called the YouTube Partner Program. YouTube reviews your channel. They basically want to make sure you're not doing anything illegal, illicit, dangerous, sketchy, is it spam, etc. Then they approve you, then you start making money. And when someone comes to me and asks me, like, hey, Mark, for the average person, no big following, never done videos before, never done video editing before, never posted on YouTube, how long does it take to get monetized? I hate to say it, on average, it takes the average person about a year. I mean, you're talking about a lot of skill sets you have to learn. How to make videos, how to film in general, like cinematography, Audio production, right? I have a Shure MV7 microphone. Are you using a microphone or not? You have to learn video editing, of course. You have to be good at talking on a camera. You have to be good at idea generation and brainstorming. You have to be good at graphic design when it comes to making a thumbnail. You have to be good at analytics and SEO or search engine optimization to rank your videos higher. There are a lot of things that come into being a YouTuber. There's a lot of skill sets you have to bring in, and every single time you upload a new video, certain things develop and certain things get better, right? You might get better at video editing on this one video. On the next video, you get better at how the audio sounds. On the next video, maybe you get better at how to speak, like enunciating better and being captivating and interesting on camera, having the right kind of flow and energy. The list goes on and on. So I'd say for the average person, about a year. So one, some people quit before they even get monetized. They're like, dude, I've posted a ton of videos. I'm spending so much time, not getting anywhere. So some people don't even get monetized. But then those who do feel like it's just not worth it in terms of the ROI, because let's say, to use an example, I spend 5 hours on a video. 5 hours, I upload it on YouTube, and I get 1,000 views. And I will say this, for beginning YouTubers, 1,000 views is kind of a lot. That is a good amount of views, especially if you just got started, you're trying to get some traffic here and there. 1,000 views can be kind of difficult. But let's say you do get that 1,000 after 5 hours of work, and you upload the video, it gets 1,000 views. Technically, all you did is make $5, and doing the hourly conversion, you made $1 an hour. It's like that quote from Napoleon Dynamite, dude, it's only like $1 an hour. Yes, you made $1 an hour. I would have been way better off going and driving for Uber and Lyft and making $20 in an hour. Way better ROI. Or I'm better off getting a job at In-N-Out. In case you know, In-N-Out, the fast food chain on the West Coast, and they're spreading now to like Colorado. I think it's in Texas now and stuff like that. But anyway, In-N-Out pays their workers like $21 an hour with benefits, even if you're part-time. I think after 90 days, you get benefits, right? So there are a lot of other jobs that have a way higher ROI that just in general make more money, and it's not as volatile. YouTube is a bit of a roll of the dice every single time you upload a video. You have no idea how a video is going to do, or how a channel is going to do, or how much money you can make. That's why on this channel, I'd like to be very, very honest and transparent about how much money I'm making or not making, how things are going, and I'm ultra transparent, for better or for worse, because sometimes on the channel, things don't go well. And so when you see this kind of pattern, and for the average YouTuber, I'll say this, my biggest suggestion, if you're going to be starting out, focus on one video a week. One good high quality video a week. I think that's a good kind of initial stepping stone before you start to get bigger and bigger. But if you think about it, you're putting in, busting your butt, 5 hours. I know it's not like an insane amount of time, but it's still a good amount to then just make $5. Not that much. Now, here's the thing. There are a couple other sides of this equation, right? Because if you think about it, it's passive income. In the sense that I have videos on my main channel, which is my longest running channel. I used to just have one channel. And then I might make 10 cents every month. And I posted a video 13 years ago, and it's still making me money every month. Yeah, it might only be 10 cents. It might only be $1, but that starts to add up. The more videos you post, the more that ball gets rolling, the bigger your following gets, the more people binge watch your videos, the more just things start to snowball in a very positive way. In addition, you look at big YouTubers, of course I have to mention this, I can't do a video without it. If you look at the Mr. Beast, the PewDiePies, the Logan Pauls, the Jacksepticeye's, the list goes on and on. All the big YouTubers, they're making absurd amounts of money. And so I will say this, that yes, there is a lot of money to be made on YouTube, but one, I think for a lot of YouTubers, they just feel like it's an uphill battle that never actually gets to the top. They almost feel like they're like walking up and just sliding back down, in the sense that they keep trying, and they're not getting anywhere. And I think a lot of people get frustrated with YouTube. And I hate to say it, some people blame the algorithm, some people blame other stuff. I think the hard part right now isn't the algorithm. I think it's that there's so much content on YouTube, there's only a finite amount of views to go around, is the first thing I'm gonna say. The second thing as well is that I think what's kind of tricky is it's so competitive. That back in the day, you could post a meh video with meh production and meh audio, tons of views. Now, YouTube is more competitive than ever before. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from starting a new YouTube channel. I want to stress that point. I'm just being very honest about this, because I have had people say, Mark, or ask me, be like, hey dude, I think I've seen a lot of videos of all these creators quitting YouTube and talking about how bad it is and everything. there is some truth to it. And it is kind of unfortunate to say. And I think the reason why is, like I said, YouTube is more competitive than ever before. I know for me, for example, that if I posted a video now versus, like, say, 10 years ago when I went full-time on YouTube in 2016, for example, the video, if I posted it 10 years ago, regardless of what it is, take this video. I guarantee a video like this would get 10x the views in 2016 than it would now. There's more competition. And in addition to, you now have almost in a paradoxical way, two different categories as well. You have high quality, polished videos like Mr. Beast's style videos, but now you have what some people are calling the anti-beastification of YouTube. That some people now, Sam Sulek is a prime example, make the most casual videos that are very, very, I don't want to say low effort because it almost sounds like insulting, but they're just very easy. Sam Sulek, in case you know, he's a fitness influencer and a fitness YouTuber. He gets in his car, no background music. He talks to the camera as he drives, no jump cuts, no crazy edits. He then goes to the gym. As he's working out, he talks to you, as if, like, say, you go to the gym with your buddy, you're doing some lifting, and you're just hanging out. That's how his videos are, and they feel very relatable. It's almost like a visual podcast, if I'd word it like that in terms of the style of production. A video like this is pretty casual too, and so you're seeing all these different trends happening on YouTube, and YouTube's constantly evolving and changing. But I think the biggest thing, like I said right in the beginning of this video, why a lot of people are frustrated is they're like, look, I spend so many hours to make $3 to $5 for every 1,000 views. Meaning, if, like, say, I got 10,000 views in a month, which is a lot for some people, they'd be like, dang, I got 10,000 views. I'm talking, of course, about horizontal videos or a normal YouTube video like this one, and get 10,000 views, you only really just made $50. That's what, like, I don't know, at least here in LA, that's maybe the price of a round-trip Uber, to be honest. And in addition to, I might as well say this as we're talking about things like Ubers and Lyfts and pricing, inflation, right? I mean, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, when someone asked me, what does the average YouTuber make? I'd say between $3 and $5 for every 1,000 views. So it's ironic that for a lot of YouTubers, it's almost harder now to get views than ever before, but the pricing is still the same. $3 to $5 for every 1,000 views. And let's be honest, compared to, like, say, pre-pandemic, I'll just use that as a timestamp, or even in 2016, 10 years ago, when I went full-time, $3 to $5 doesn't hit the same now compared to before, right? I mean, we all know, look at inflation like 10 years ago, you could easily get gas for this price or eggs for that price or blah, 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 blah. It's almost kind of funny that, like, before, like, say, I make $3 for every 1,000 views. Before, I could get 3 cartons of eggs for every 1,000 views. Now, I can get, like, 1 carton of eggs for every 1,000 views. Maybe even less, right, depending on where you shop. I go to Trader Joe's. Huge fan of Trader Joe's. But that's what's happening with inflation. So a lot of YouTubers are saying, wait a minute. It's harder to get views now because it's so competitive. Every day there's newer and newer YouTube channels. It's very difficult, right, with all the traffic that exists on YouTube. And it's not stopping. It's continuing to grow. But then, two, the amount of money I'm making that I can make, if I do happen to make it, doesn't hit the same as it used to. It's almost like it's the exact same amount of money I'm making as before. Again, 10 years ago, $3 to $5 was the average, in my opinion. Same thing now, 10 years later, that money doesn't hit the same. It's not like it's like, all right, well, because of inflation, YouTube's going to boost the RPMs and say, all right, now what we're going to do is we're going to give you $6 to $8 for every 1,000 views to account for inflation. No, the average is still kind of the same. And so, with all these things being said, and that's why a lot of people are leaving YouTube, quitting YouTube, I feel like it's kind of funny that I feel like every YouTuber's last cry is why I'm quitting YouTube. That's kind of like the last finale, the going out with a bang, so to speak. And I get it. I'm not going to try to act naive where I'm like, look, there's a lot of bad things about YouTube. There's a lot of negative things about YouTube. But at the same time, YouTube's changed my life. I mean, there's no denying that. And I'm not affiliated with YouTube by any means, and it is tough. Like this channel, if you look through the history of this channel, you can dig through the old videos. You can even look in the description of how much money we've made so far. And you can see even the earnings milestones. Not the highest ROI. Then again, I'm having fun with this. I think this channel and this whole idea is fun, but that is the truth. And I think that's why a lot of people when it comes to YouTube get very, very frustrated. Even if let's say you have a viral video or anything like that, sometimes it does really well and then kind of trails off. And you're like, shoot, I just made a few grand last month because it's a viral video, but now I'm not getting anything. It's all over the place. And I think what's tricky about YouTube is when people think of YouTube or YouTubers, they think of people making tons of money. And here's the thing. There are people making tons of money, but it's almost like you have to do a ton of work and get to that point, that inflection point where things just take off and skyrocket, where you can be maybe invited to YouTube Select, which is a select amount of people that get specialized ads where you make more money, like Mr. Beast is a part of it, where like you start getting sponsorships and brand deals. Like so far, for me to be transparent, and I have to say, I have to make this a bit vague, or as vague and specific as I can because of copywriting, or not copyright, contracts, excuse me. The most amount of money I've made for a dedicated video was $1,200. That's a good amount of money. $1,200 for, I think it was a 4-minute video. I'm not gonna say which one. It was actually on a different channel, not on this. That was pretty awesome. But there's some YouTubers making 5 figures or even 6 figures for one dedicated video. So yes, once you reach a certain inflection point, things take off in a crazy way. Like Moist Critical, famous streamer and YouTuber, his YouTube name is Penguin0, I think is how you pronounce it. Posts about how much money he's made total as a streamer on Twitch and as a YouTuber. $41.3 million. That's crazy. And Mr. Beast is well beyond that. Logan Paul, Markiplier, all these people are well beyond that. So yes, there is a lot of money to be made on YouTube, but if you look at like 90% of YouTubers, 95% of YouTubers, I might say, it is a very intense uphill battle where you feel like you're just not making that much money per view. Again, let's say you don't even get 1,000 views. Let's say you do a gaming video and the RPM is $3. You might make, like, so you get only 500 views on, like, say, a Pokemon Yellow video that you're doing, just as an example, and you get only 500 views, you just made $1.50. Was it really worth it? Now, granted, some people do YouTube because they love it. Like, I love making videos. I genuinely do love making videos. I post, honestly, about 2 to 3 videos daily. Like, I make a lot of videos, but there's also a point where you're like, man, the ROI is just not there. I'm putting so much time, effort, and work into this video for it to go nowhere. And then, lastly, combine that with the fact that $3 to $5 is about the same average as it was 10 years ago, and it doesn't have that well with inflation. A lot of YouTubers are just saying, hey, it's harder to get views, and this $3 to $5 is just not cutting it. It's not that much money. I need to put food on the table. I need to make ends meet. Might as well do something else.